We are back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Now, Nicki Minaj did a recent interview, and a lot of people are speculating that Nicki Minaj is not only leaving her label, but leaving the industry completely after she revealed how much she has been sabotaged throughout the years.
Realizing people are really vindictive in this industry. That if you don't, in other words, like I started realizing that if you don't get money with one person or specific people, they don't want you to get money at all.
Whoa.
And that's when I started realizing, like, oh my gosh, what did I sign up for? Because I didn't know that these people would be so territorial over people, you know, that they don't even know, that they don't have any claims to. But that's what it started feeling like. It started feeling like everyone wanted to like stake their claim into human beings, like they were property. And if you didn't abide by their rules or put money in their pocket, they would actively try to stop you from making money to feed your family, from prospering in the industry that you love.
Whoa.
So that's when a different light bulb went off in my head. Like, what the heck did I get into?
Now, some fans feel like Nicki Minaj is completely done with the music industry because of certain statements she has made. I don't feel like she's fully done. I do feel like she's going to release more music eventually. And, you know, a lot of people feel like she was talking about Camel Face. She's gotten money with Camel Face before. He just scammed her. Okay, let's not forget Tidal. She got money with Camel Face. She worked with Beyonce, gave her 2 features, Flawless and Feeling Myself, which was originally Beyonce's song, and then she gave it to Nicki Minaj. But she's gotten money with the Carters. You know, unfortunately, Camel Face scammed her. And once he sold Tidal, Nicki Minaj didn't receive a dime. He clearly took advantage of Nicki Minaj's kindness. Now, I will say I can see her eventually leaving Republic, though, because Republic is no good. Okay, she should have been left them, to be quite honest. They're no good. They don't help. And they don't fully promote Nicki Minaj like they're supposed to, but they promote everybody else that is an A-list artist on their roster. So she definitely should leave them, but I don't feel like it's fully over for Nicki Minaj musically. I definitely think she's going to take a musical turn, okay? She's going to take a musical turn in regards to genres, but I don't think it's completely over. Now, moving on to Cardi B. Cardi B is leading the EBT Award nominations with 6 nominations total. And she will be performing at the EBT Awards with Doechii, Kehlani, Common, Don Toliver, Jill Scott, KWN, French Montana and Max B, Queen Latifah, Rick Ross, T.I., The War, and Treaty are also performing. Now, where is Scratch Off? Scratch Off just put out an album. Why isn't she performing? Well, allegedly, Cardi B will be previewing new music. Okay, like she's planning on putting out new music around, you know, the EBT Awards. And Scratch Off, unfortunately, you will be sent some bars. Okay, you do shots and give me that. And in the song Chrome Diaper Bag, which is fire, you do shots. So Cardi B called up Partisan Fontaine. They got into the studio and shots will be sent your way. Okay. Now let me know how y'all feel about it. Now, in my opinion, I think Scratch Off still can go to the EBT Awards. But it's going to be kind of embarrassing for her to watch her getting dissed on stage. You know what I'm saying? But what Scratch Off should do, if she don't want to get dissed on stage, she should make up with Cardi B sooner rather than later, because y'all gonna see each other at Essence Festival anyway. Okay, so, you know, it's either you get dissed now or later, but either way, You might want to, make up with Cardi B unless you want her to diss you. And here's the thing. Scratch Off is a better rapper, but Cardi B got a bigger backing. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. Scratch Off is a better rapper by a landslide, even with the ghostwriter or writer that Cardi B has. But Cardi B has a bigger push and a bigger backing. And when she did Scratch Off, because it's not if, it's when she does, people gonna gas it, even if the bars are trash. Okay? Like, y'all gassed up Ugly and Petty, and that song flopped, but people were gassing it up. So either way, it's a lose-lose situation. Now, as we know, Camel Phase is doing an exclusive vinyl deal with Target. But people are now calling out Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole that had the same deal with Target, but it flew under the radar. A lot of people had not been paying attention to J. Cole, who recently just put out his album this year, having the same deal. I definitely didn't notice because I wasn't going to buy the album no way anyway. And then GNX, by the King of Rap, I did buy that album, but I bought it online. So, there was no reason for me to buy a CD when I can listen to it on my phone. That's dumb. No shade. People buying CDs, I understand people want to support the artists and everything, and it helps with the album sales, but I think buying CDs is dumb now. I get it. Vinyls is a different story, because vinyls, I feel like that's more of merch, and you can kind of keep it, and it's like a memory in a sense. And then vinyls, have the artwork on it. CDs do too, but I think vinyls is more of a way for people to kind of collect artwork, or, some people collect vinyls as a hobby. You know what I'm saying? Versus CDs is pointless. But I do feel like J. Cole is a fake activist. Okay. I never liked J. Cole. Kendrick Lamar, he put out the CDs and vinyls months after the album came out. That's when the Super Bowl happened. He did that. I think the label forced him to do it, because he didn't even have the CDs available when he dropped GNX in 2024. He had that available
in February of 2025,
which means that the label probably forced him to do that due to the Super Bowl. But either way, I feel like it's weird that a lot of celebrities are not respecting the boycott. Y'all really don't need the money like that. I think Camel Phase needs the sales for his new music, but I don't think he needs the money like that. So to me, it's just showing that a lot of these black artists do not stand with the black community. Now, moving on from that, Megan Thee Stallion wants to make sure she can collect the judgment owed to her if an appeals court upholds a ruling against Milagro Graham. And she wants the judge to make sure she posts a hefty bond to guarantee it. As we already know, Milagro filed paperwork asking the court to delay paying Megan Thee Stallion $75,000 judgment while she appeals the ruling, claiming she lacks the money to pay it. Megan responded to her request, asking the judge to deny it, saying her pleas about not having enough money are exactly why she should have to post a bond to pursue the appeal. According to Megan Thee Stallion, the bond is the only fair way to delay payment while the appeal is pending, because it essentially guarantees Megan's payment if the appeals court upholds the previous decision in the case. If Milagro ends up winning the appeal and reversing the judgment against her, she could get her bond money back. In other words, Megan Thee Stallion's lawyers insist Milagro claim that she lacks funds to get the bond is actually more reason for a court to force her to do so, because the bond is a measure used to ensure payment if the decision is upheld. Also, Megan Thee Stallion's lawyers have said that Milagro hasn't proven she's got a strong chance of winning the appeal. Another reason to make her post a bond in the full amount of the judgment plus interest and other costs. So basically, Megan Thee Stallion is trying to get Milagro to pay the $75,000, even though Milagro says she doesn't have the money for it. Not only that, though, if Milagro loses her appeal, unfortunately, Megan Thee Stallion will be going after Milagro for millions of dollars, not just the $75,000. Some people are saying, well, why does she need the money so badly? I think it's because Megan Thee Stallion had a lot of money spent on lawyers. The lawyers she used cost millions of dollars. So I don't think Megan Thee Stallion got millions to pay up. Remember, this is not the only lawsuit Megan has. She's being sued by her ex-cameraman. She's being sued by her stylist for not paying up. Megan don't really got coin like that. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion. So I feel like she needs to get money from Milagro to probably pay, the other lawsuits that she has. That's why she will be going after Milagro for millions of dollars. I don't think it's just going to be the $75,000 if Milagro loses the appeal. I don't think Milagro should lose it because at the end of the day, the defamation was put back on. Originally, the defamation verdict was dismissed. So I feel like they should keep the dismissal. But if phone calls are made, if Devil Nation is able to make phone calls, things can change. Now, Cobain is asking Nicki Minaj and other female artists to do a album with him. He was trying to do a DJ Khaled type of album where he get a bunch of female artists on one album. Okay? Now, Cobain said, I want to make an album. All the features are women. LOL. Scratch Off, Cardi, Big Glorilla, Shen, Ruby, Tyla, Mariah, Des, Lakia, Taylor, Doja Cat, Pissy Face Carisha, JT, Ira, Mariah the Scientist, BK. Of course, B and Riri. Ice, KBO, YK Nice, Bunnaby, Cherry, SZA, Summer, Nicki, Sexy, Sabrina Carpenter, Missy. So you got a lot of people on the list. Now, in my opinion, I think it's doable, but you're not getting Taylor, Nicki, Beyonce, and Rihanna. Let's just stop. Just come back to reality, go outside, come back inside once you touch some grass. You're not getting Beyonce on no damn song. You're not getting Rihanna on no damn song. Okay. You're not getting Nicki. I can already tell you're not getting them. And Taylor, that is wishful thinking. Sabrina Carpenter? Is this nigga delusional? I can see you getting Glorilla. I can see you getting Scratch Off. I can see you getting Cardi B. Where is Megan Thee Stallion? Yeah, I didn't even notice that. He mentioned everybody except Megan Thee Stallion. Where is Megan? Wow. Like, that's fucked up. You got Doja Cat, but not Megan. That is nasty work. Damn. See, these niggas don't be fucking with Megan Thee Stallion. Wow. Tory must have said something to them. Don't work with Megan. Because how you gonna have everybody up here except Megan? Wow. Well, it is what it is. And y'all can say, oh, well, he might have already worked with Megan Thee Stallion. I don't know if they worked together or not. But I think he already worked with Ice Spice and Scratch Off, and he still mentioned them. So there's no excuse. Something is going on there. I think that this is wishful thinking. Okay, all them female rappers don't even fuck with each other for them to hop on one album. Okay, DJ Khaled done fell off. Those type of albums are done. With the big rap beef, rap is divided. Is if you on Camel Face side or you on Drake's side. Most of the people in the industry are on Camel Face's side. Okay, so you're not getting Beyonce, Rihanna, and Nicki on one album. Beyonce never gonna get on an album with Nicki. Never. Not in this day and light. No, And then, Nicki not gonna work on no album with Cardi B and Scratch Off. Like, this is ridiculous. female rap unity is dead. Okay, so this was wishful thinking. I'm not mad about the idea of it. Is you know, a wishful idea, but it's never going to happen. So it is what it is. Now, Rihanna becomes the first black female artist in history to have a milestone 20 songs with 1 billion streams each on Spotify. So congratulations to Rihanna on this. A lot of people are saying, how come Beyonce don't have this? Well, it's because Rihanna hasn't released music in a decade. So, of course, it's going to be these type of accomplishments because at the end of the day, people are probably streaming a lot of Rihanna's older music nonstop since there's no new music to really stream. Not saying that Rihanna don't deserve it because she does have classics, but we gotta understand that, of course, she's gonna get these type of accolades when there's no new music to stream. But anyway, I got some very hot tea on Patreon on Oliver Tree, the Love Island producer that sadly passed away, Nicki, Drake, Camel Face. Link will be in the description on Patreon, and have a great day.